Hey everybody, welcome back. Watching a little bit of TV back there. Okay. So I decided that I would do like a late night bedtime talk. So the kids are finally asleep. They've been asleep for a little bit now, but I wanted to talk about what it takes to get them to bed and prepared and all that kind of stuff. So let's start off with what I do to prepare them for bed. So it doesn't happen every night, but I try to like give them like a heads up, like, okay, we need to sit down for a little bit, watch. Usually we watch like a little bit of cartoons for them, and we'll sit down with them and try and get them to like wind down. That doesn't always happen. And then after I like, okay, so like, okay, after this episode, it's time to get ready for bed. And of course they like put up a fight, but we do that, and then we'll go brush our teeth. Make sure you go to the bathroom before you go to bed, because we 2-year-old and 4-year-old, and so our 4-year-old's pretty fully potty trained. It's just sometimes, the occasional nighttime accidents, but Chloe, she's still in a pull-up, and we're still working on it with her. Sometimes she wants to go to the bathroom, and then other times she doesn't want us to even change her diapers, so that's something that we're still working on with her. And then, so after they do that, I'll have them go to bed, or go into their bed, like make their beds, get ready, get their pajamas on, things like that. And then some nights before we do, before we sit down and like watch TV and get wind down, I'll have them make their beds. That way, everything's like ready for bedtime, and they don't have to be like, oh, I forgot my teddy bear, oh, I forgot this, oh, I forgot that, like the usual excuses to get out of bedtime. So there's that for the preparation for bedtime. And sometimes Shauna, our oldest, will get me a stack of books to read for her, or usually they're already there and I just read the occasional same books every night, or occasionally I read the same books every night. So there's that. Tonight I read them. Okay, so tonight I read them 4 books. I usually just try to go with 3, and like that way they know, okay, after 3 books it's bedtime. They always put up a fight no matter what, but I try and be consistent with certain things. That way they know that, okay, mom's being serious, it's bedtime, we need to go to bed after that 3rd book. And I constantly remind them, okay, I'm on to the 2nd book, I'm on to the 3rd book. And then like when I'm almost done reading, I'll be like, okay, I'm almost done with this book, you need to lay down. Chloe is always getting out of her bed when I'm reading, and she'll like tiptoe and like creep. Sometimes she'll walk backwards, and I'm like, I can still see you. So tonight, the first book that we read, which is like our favorite book, is Skippy John Jones and the Big Bones. This is the girls' favorite because the little, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's a cat, because the mom in the book is a cat, but then he talks about being a chihuahua, so I don't know, I'm actually really confused now. But anyways, he has like this little accent, and so like when I read it to them, I like get into character and everything, and they love it, and it's so much fun. So that's the first book that we read tonight. And then we read this Sesame Street, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and inside the book it has like Elmo and a couple other Sesame Street friends that have like questions next to the book. Like in the beginning it says, oh hi, oh wait, that? It says, oh hi everybody, are you ready to read along with Elmo? And so tonight, usually I have them in bed, and then I'll turn the lights off and then leave the hall light on, and I'll sit next to the door and read to them that way. But tonight I try to do something different, because Chloe's always getting out of her bed when I'm reading, and so I thought, okay, you girls just sit on your bed and I'll leave the light on and I'll read to you that way. And so tonight I picked this book so we could like have like a one-on-one thing, because it's like you're reading, but then it has like little questions on the side. And so Shauna read along with me, and then because of course it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, so she knows the words. And then it has like questions like, what time of day can you see stars twinkling in the sky? And so I thought that was really cool, just so we could like have some like one-on-one time and like interact together before bedtime. So that was our 2nd book. And then I picked this one because it's Christmas, it's like the holidays, Snowball Fight. And it's by Jimmy Fallon, which I thought was really cool. And this was given to us by my aunt, but this book, we love it. It's cool. Snowball Fight. That was the third book, and then the fourth book was Dr. Seuss's ABCs. And it's not like the usual where you just read A, B, C, and then has like pictures. It's Dr. Seuss, so it's like riddles, like in the beginning. Big A, little B. Sorry. Big A, little A. What begins with A? Ant and his alligators. A. I always have fun reading these kind of books with them, and sometimes what I try to do, because like I said, Chloe's always trying to get out of bed, and so what I'll do is, like, I love reading Dr. Seuss's books, like, speedy fast, trying to get through them, because I'm like, okay, it's time for bed, like, holy cow, get back in your bed. Anyways, so that was our fourth book that we read tonight, and then, yeah, so that's kind of like what I do with our nighttime routine, is, like, I'll read them a book, and then I'm like, okay, it's bedtime now, so I like tuck them in like a burrito. I just tuck them in. But one night I like was tucking Sean in, and I was like, oh, look at you, you're all tucked in like a burrito. And so ever since then, she's always asking me to tuck her in like a burrito. So I tuck the kids in, and then I'll leave their door open, and then I usually shut off the hall light. But lately they've been wanting, like, I'll open up the bathroom door or creak that open. I'll creak the bathroom door open and then have the light on for them, so for like a little bit of nightlight, even though they already have nightlight in their room, but it's just something that they're kind of going through at the moment. And so I do that, and then I'll come out into the living room, and Chloe will come out several times, put her back into bed, and then finally, she'll fall asleep, and I'll say, okay, it's really time for bed. You guys need to get some rest so you can have energy for the morning, the usual routine that I do, like say the same things over and over again. And then when they're sleeping, what I do is I'm usually on my phone the whole time, because I can just sit there and I like play with my games, or we just recently got cable, so I've been kind of like finding new shows to like, or I just sit there normally on my phone. It's like super that's not good, but I'm guilty of it. I think everybody does it. I hope everybody does it, because I would feel weird if I was the only one that did it. I wish I could say that I did laundry or like did the dishes and stuff. That's not me. Not at nighttime. At nighttime, I'm like, hey, yes, the kids are in bed. It's mommy time. It's me time. Like, that's it. And I just thought about, okay, so Kai, our youngest, usually what I like to do is put him to bed first. So I'll feed him and then put him to bed, and then I'll go on with the routine with the girls. And then if I don't put him to bed first, he's usually having tummy time with daddy, and then I do the kids, the books with them. And sometimes he'll put the kids to bed and read them books, but usually he goes to bed first because he's got to get up early in the morning. So, and that's okay. We have our schedule worked out perfectly for us, and yeah, that's pretty much our bedtime routine. So yeah, thanks for watching.